Brought to you by Great House Vision. You have a vision, let's make it great.
Wonderful.
Sage, hood, and wish a bitch would. These were the ingredients chosen to create the perfect hood bougie girls. But society added an extra ingredient to the concoction. The audacity. Thus, the group chat was born. Using their ultra superpowers, Ryan, Jazmyn, and Mabel have dedicated their lives to give you the tea and fight the forces of evil.
Wonderful.
And you know what it is. Straight into it. He's a 10. She's the best thing.
Last thing.
Right. He's a 10. But all his shoes are beaters. He don't have not one nice pair of shoes. Because we all got beaters, but we all got the ones we got to keep nice, you know what I mean?
Okay, I see.
But all of his beaters.
No. 0 for me.
All of, like, not one nice pair of shoes we
Not
can wear
one.
anywhere. All right.
Because then if we go into a fancy place, like a dinner
fancy
and
place,
stuff,
you-
His
How do you
Chelsea
go to
boots
work?
got a
Where does he go to
scratch on the
work?
top.
is he a mechanic? Like, what's happening?
Mechanic with Chelsea.
Why is this stuff? Yeah, he's a 0 now. Yeah. 'Cause I can't. First of all, I don't even cook my shoes like that. My shoes be fresh. Fresh today.
Oh,
So,
Okay.
but you gotta clean them though.
I feel that. I mean,
Nah,
I think it's a 5. Because I'll be honest, I be wearing shoes
Nah.
until they fall off. I do. I'm sorry.
Until the wheels fall
Yeah,
Like,
basically. So,
I gotta
mean,
know what's the outfit. Like, you got a nice ass outfit, but the shoes is cooked.
Oh nah, like you got a suit on and then the
Yeah, like what's up? Like, nah.
The all dark, the
Why
all
you
black Air
even come
Force.
over here?
It was white, now it's black. Nah,
Nah, I'm good.
Baby.
0?
0.
Oh, you're 0?
It's a waste of your time.
5. Next.
5. Okay.
Bye.
All right. Where is mine? All right. He's a 10, but you found out he be recording your phone conversations because now there's a new app
These niggas
on
is
the
crazy.
iPhone where you can record conversations.
Oh,
and
like
people
the-
don't know
the
you're being
update?
recorded. Yeah.
Okay, why? Why are you recording the conversation?
That's creepy.
He wants to remember you by, I don't know.
No, but that's
Okay, that sounds even worse.
That's creepy.
Where am I going?
Just in
That's
case.
creepy.
Where am I going?
Just in case.
He's a 0 because that's scary.
Yeah.
Y'all be weird
Creepy
outside.
vibes.
Yeah, no.
911, come get this man.
Imagine you walk into the room and it's like, you know, the bookshelf and has like every recording.
Oh, like Diddy.
All the recordings, you're like, All right, let's
Wow.
relive this one. Put it in the cassette
Wow.
tape. Put on the headphones. and just
Oh
listen.
no,
Oh,
that's a whole
no.
serial killer
Nah.
moment right there.
He's like,
I hate it
yes.
for you, Diddy. Hate that for you
Your
so
sweet, your
bad.
sweet sound of her voice.
All right,
What's
God.
0.
I can't.
What's yours, Ryan?
He's a 10, but he's in a gang.
He's in a gang? I can't
I
do
feel
it.
like with this game y'all be calling me out and I don't like it.
You dated somebody in a gang? I'm but weak.
I mean,
It wasn't.
How was that? Was that scary?
No.
No? Why? I
You're
feel
a
like that's
thug
scary 'cause
life.
if you
Set
go
it off,
outside-
mommy.
If you go outside, I'll be scared. Somebody gonna try to like.
That's what I'm saying. I
No,
don't like
it
to be
wasn't-
caught up in
it
that
wasn't-
lifestyle. I seen Scarface. I seen what happened in the
But it's
Nah, shoot me up.
Nah.
it's like he was a member, but it wasn't like I wasn't in the streets.
Guilty
like,
by association.
No,
bitch.
but still,
I wasn't
they
in
gonna
this
be like,
bitch
oh,
like-
that's his girlfriend right there.
Exactly. Bitches trying to fight you for
Like, whatever
absolutely
they
no
do when they
reason.
come.
Absolutely not.
I'm dead. I mean,
I'm gonna say, you had a gun? I mean, hold on. Allegedly,
shit.
there's Fifth Amendment, plead the Fifth.
So with the guy that was in the game,
Yeah.
I was in his crib, and
Okay.
he had I don't know what the fuck as far as like
I'm
guns and
concerned.
stuff, but he
Yeah.
had like
Concerned.
he had it
Oh,
tucked,
okay.
tucked in the drawer, and so I
Okay.
remember like laying there. I don't think he knows this, but I was laying there on my phone pretending to do nothing. All of a sudden, you know, you hear like
Or like the
sounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I heard it, and part of me was like, should I look? And so I'm looking. He's like in the drawer, and I'm like, oh.
That would scare the hell out of me because
Where
I'm
you
like, what is
going?
that finna shoot me?
Yeah, no.
I'll be like,
You could be a 10, but just
safe,
not
though.
with me. And if
Yeah,
you in
no.
a gang, I'm good, baby. Thank you so much. I'm
Yeah.
not about that life.
sorry, guys.
What's
Oh.
yours, Jazz? What's your next?
Oh, my next is a 10. I was like, sorry, guys. No, the dating line here has been a little rough. It's just
Give the
me.
niggas
Like,
a
I'm
chance.
confused. Like,
You
y'all
get,
act like y'all
no.
ain't-
I mean, in the past.
I feel like I'm the only one now.
Girl,
that
I
just
was,
has, like,
no, it's
scared
just,
for my
I was
life,
with
that's
somebody
why.
for 10 years, so it's like more than that, I
Fair.
think, low key. Sorry.
I need y'all to switch up.
And
y'all's
if you want to
T's
talk
and
about
10s.
talk about high
'Cause-
school, I used to do some dumb shit in high school, so there's that.
Being called out and I don't like it.
Oh.
Anyways, he's a 10,
Mm-hmm.
but he wants an open relationship. Or like a polygamy thing.
And you don't?
No.
Okay. He ain't the one for me. He is 0
0?
for me. Because if I'm telling you I don't want
Do
that,
I
but
get
you're
to do
pushing
my
me
own
to
thing?
want that, it's like...
What if he's not? What if he's not pushing you? What if it's like, this is what I do? Like, come experience this with me. I know it's new to you, baby, but
Just see what it's like on my
see
side
what
of
it's
town.
like on the other side of the tracks. Yeah. You know, they say blacker the berry, sweeter the juice.
What?
You know what I mean?
I guess if we both could do it, like if it's not one-sided.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm
I get to
saying?
do my
Mhm.
own thing too.
Yeah.
Okay. Or if he's like, nah, the way that it works, it's like,
No.
Oh, no, the way that it works,
sir,
absolutely
no,
not.
you ain't gonna get, you ain't gonna get me
Nah,
there.
bye. Miss
so
me
as
with
long
that.
as, so if he is like, sure, you can have like your clique. I can have my clique, my little,
Yeah, I see you when
and
I
then,
see you.
and then all of a sudden
You
you
can
that's
have your
good.
entanglement.
He's still a 10?
Yeah, you
like,
still a 10. Now I
as
just
long as
know
y'all both-
how to deal with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Word.
Okay. Oh. You still a 10. You just a
Okay.
10 on Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
Say someone say.
It was your turn?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yes.
go. All right. So he's a 10, but he always meets you in secret locations. So he never wants you to come over to his
Where we
crib,
finding
nothing.
these niggas?
Secret locations.
Yeah, like,
the spot.
y'all have like specific spots.
Remember,
Y'all
he's like,
gotta
I'm
meet
gonna
up.
send you the Addy. Make sure you delete it after.
Facts.
Make sure
Who are
delete
you
it after.
hiding from? Are you in the gang? Like, what's going on?
I feel like at this
A
point,
top
yeah,
secret
no,
mission.
you a 0. Because you might have like a whole
Nah,
wife
he
and
got
kids
somebody
at home.
looking for him. Either
You know, it really be like that. People that be
It's
on
so
like
crazy.
dating apps
Listen.
and have wives and kids. Yo.
All right, listen here. Boom.
Oh,
so
I
I did kind of like date this nigga, kind of, sort of, whatever.
Uh-huh.
But he would only call me and he'd be in his car. And I'd be like, yo, what's up? He was like,
Oh.
yo, my reception is not good, like in the house. Da, da, da. And I was like, all right, nigga, like whatever. But we knew some of the same people, whatever. So somebody told me he got like a girlfriend that he lived with. So I was like, this nigga would call me.
Wow. Also,
He'd
he
go
would step outside and
the
talk to you. Damn.
Like,
Nah.
nigga, bye. Like,
So when y'all would go out, it would be like in specific spots.
we
or,
only
like...
went out like maybe once or twice.
Oh, okay.
But I'm just saying, he was being like real, like dodgy. I was like, nigga, why you in the
Even a
car?
seat like this.
Nah, that's
was so
wild.
weird.
With the
I
phone
knew
mat close.
someone, right? She was dating this guy,
Yeah.
and he was like, "Oh, he has kids." So he was like, "I'm gonna drop off the kids upstairs, his baby mom's house." So he was like,
They
"Okay,
lived
you wait."
upstairs.
Was it?
Red
He didn't know.
flag
Like she
number
didn't
one.
know that.
No,
it
she
was,
knew
Okay.
that he had. Okay, so let me bring it back.
Backtrack.
So she was dating this guy, right? He has kids with this woman. He told her, "We're done, right? There's nothing between us. We just take care of the kids. That's it."
Okay.
So he was like, "Oh, before we go out tonight, I'm gonna drop off the kids at the crib, at her crib. So wait for me in the car. I'm gonna just run upstairs."
Yeah.
So she's like, "Okay, cool." An hour goes by and he's still upstairs.
Bitch, they upstairs having a good time.
Yeah, he like
They having family time before you all go out real quick.
grabbing them cheeks.
She
Ooh,
said,
sorry.
nah, drop something off real quick.
Hell
before you
no.
leave."
He grabbing them cheeks, he tearing that
I
out.
would have. What the hell?
What?
Nothing. I can't fathom. Cause like I'll be waiting in the car the whole time and thinking what, you know what I mean? Like I would have
Maybe
drove
after-
off, like somebody knocked, we
20
do
or-
something.
I would
20
after
minutes go
20 minutes,
by,
I'm
I'm
definitely
out.
calling. What's up? You
I'm
alright?
out.
Like you
after 20
arguing?
The
minutes.
date is over. I don't get it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
nah.
I would
no.
have drove myself home.
I'm so good. Come get your car at my house later, I guess.
Facts. Uber, I guess.
Where's my little?
Realistic list?
Yeah, my little. Okay, he's a 10, but his sex is whack.
Ew.
How
That
whack?
was a hair.
Is it? Can I
Oh,
help?
no.
Can I help?
Water.
Can I help it?
My own
You said
hair,
what?
my water.
Oh,
Oh,
I was
no.
fighting for my life drinking this water just
Devastation.
now.
you know, white chicks like.
Yeah,
I feel you.
yeah.
You-
So he.
What was it again?
He's a 10, but his sex is whack.
Word. How whack?
Wait, she gotta give
She
it.
already got
she
a
gotta-
scoreboard, right? She wanna know how she can help the nigga out.
Yeah, how whack are we?
How is he a lost
How
cause?
whack is he?
Nah.
Why can I first have to talk about it?
All the time? Nah, yeah, that's a 0. Because if every time we gotta stop and I gotta tell you, like, what's happening.
Discussion.
ain't
So
doing
it
it.
In the
is
middle,
horrible.
you're like, wait. Go this way. You gotta scoot over.
Stop. Stop.
He's like,
Whatever
"Where's
it is
the
you're doing
tea?"
right now.
And you're
Stop
like,
it.
no. Like the song.
Slide to the left.
Yo, like, why do they random? Why do they always say that in songs like force a teen? Like that's not comfortable. That's not pleasurable.
What they
Oh,
say?
they be like, they
Force
want
a teen. Like I'm a force a teen. Like why?
They be wonder like, you know when they say, you know when they talk about I'm a fuck it till her legs don't work, or like I'm a I don't
pussy
know.
to her-
Yeah, I get what you're trying to say.
Yeah,
I don't know
like,
the words
you know
for
what I'm
it, but you know
I'm
they always
slap-
talking about they're gonna go like
I'm gonna hit it
Too
too
hard in the
hard to
bed.
touch.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit it till it hurts. Like
Yeah, it's
whoa,
like-
buddy.
No, that does hurt.
and niggas is like yes.
Wait, prove
We're over
it.
here walking like.
The next day you can't even walk. But yeah, no 0. All right, so we said he's a 10, right?
Yeah.
All right. Bestie time. She the bestie.
Ooh.
Is she the
Oh my
bestie?
goodness.
We don't know.
The bestie.
Okay, so
We don't know.
she's a 10, but she doesn't know how to walk in heels. Oh, she's the bestie, but she doesn't know how to walk in heels. Sorry.
She's still the bestie. I can teach you, girl.
She look like Bambi though.
We're a little platform, baby.
She look like that.
She look like Bambi though.
You can't be out here
We finna
embarrassing
just
yourself
okay
like
this.
that. Nah, take those off.
I feel like she's still the bestie though. Damn.
She can still be the bestie, but you can't wear those.
Can you imagine picking her up and she's like, I'm coming.
Oh,
Who's picking her up?
Nah. Or you know, doing
In the
those
car?
things where your
Oh.
ankle be giving up. It's
The
like-
little. So she's still the bestie.
yeah, she's still the bestie, but baby, around me, we're comfortable. Shoes.
That's
I
what
ain't
I'm
picking
saying.
You
You
up.
gotta
I'm
wear
too
something
small. Come
We're a little
on.
platform, something.
Okay.
All right, so mine.
Mm-hmm.
She's the bestie, but you found out that she's been talking about you. So
Mm.
somebody randomly that you was talking
Clearly.
to was like, you know
No.
what?
I don't
Your
think she's my
bestie
bestie.
was saying this about you the other day.
Clearly
Well,
not.
You know
Like,
what? Hold on.
Clearly
What?
not.
Like it would depend on who's telling me and what the information is, because like maybe I don't know you like that.
Maybe they're trying to
Okay.
Like
flip
you
it.
trying to beef with me and my bestie, or if it's some shit that I'm like, how you know that? And then
I
I'll
will
be
say
like,
that they
Yeah.
tell you something that only she will know.
Oh, then I gotta. What's up? You hate me or something?
You got beef?
Yeah, like what's
But
up?
I had a situation where one of my friends was beefing with somebody else. Like I knew of the other person, but I wasn't like real close. Like
Okay.
so all of a sudden, like months later, because there was a time where her and I lived together, like in the same room. Like I was on hard time, so I was like, "Hey, can I?" She's like, "Yeah, sure." So
Okay.
I was staying with her for a little bit, and then like months later, like after the situation got better, I get a DM from like her other friend. It was like, "Yo, like she was talking about you, but and I'm just like,
Damn.
because what went through my head was, one, I've known her a lot longer, and that doesn't seem like something that she would do.
Okay.
Right.
And then my other thing was like, you're gonna wait until months after to then tell me? Like, if you
Right.
really wanted to tell me, and
Right,
if it was
then you
something
would've
real, you would have
told
told
me.
me. And then I don't really know you enough for you to tell me to look out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's
Yeah.
like, I was in a situation where it's like, I didn't know what exactly to believe or what to
You were
do.
caught in the middle, like
Yeah,
damn,
so
do I
then-
go left, do I go right?
So then I ended up like telling her, I was like, yo, there's this one time, I didn't tell her right away.
Right.
Because I wanted to see like how it played out, like if he was gonna come with like more stuff, or if
Okay.
like she was gonna say, "Hey, he told her." Like
Okay.
I wanted to see how it played out, and it just didn't. Like nothing happened after that.
Oh, okay.
So later on, because we're both busy, we both do all the things all the time. We end up meeting up, and I asked her, like I brought up, I was like, "Hey, like your other friend said this, that, and the third," and then she was just like, "What?" I was like, "Yeah," I was like, "He was saying that you was talking about me and all this kind of stuff." She's like, him and I ended up having like a beef or something, and so he was trying to isolate her
Oh,
like
okay.
make her seem like she was
Oh,
talking
okay.
about all
Yeah.
to cut for
To
us
cut,
to
like,
cut her
that's
off
crazy.
and for her to be
Oh, that brings me back to that episode when she said, "Does she like you? Like,
Girl,
you
got a
want to bump
crush?
some lip, coochie
Ooh.
lips?"
She might. She might.
Yeah, cause that's like what?
Wow.
I feel like she's still the bestie, but I'ma troll you,
Facts.
cause then I'ma be like,
Yeah. What's up, girl? How you
I love it
doing?
though.
How you doing?
You want?
Oh, you seen the gang sign?
She's
You seen the TikTok with the gang? She said instead of a rainbow that they should have gang signs, so GAY and G signs. And she was like, lesbians would be like, you scissor, and you. I'll send it to you guys.
Okay.
But yeah, I know it doesn't make any sense.
It got wild. It got wild.
Sorry.
So what's for you?
Yeah, she can still be the bestie, but I'll be like, honestly, girl, like,
What's going on? You like
relax.
me? You like me or what's up?
If you want attention, just say that.
You miss me?
If you miss me, just say it.
Just tell me.
But yeah.
Ew.
We can't. I'm just playing with you. I'm playing with you, but no, I don't like
Crazy.
coochie. I like my man, okay?
What they
Okay.
say? Strictly tickly.
Oh yeah, strictly
Tickling. She's the bestie,
Mm-hmm.
but she never agrees with anything you say.
You spoiled.
agrees. Why you
She
said she's
never
spoiled?
agrees. Yeah, explain,
agrees.
expound.
What you mean? What you mean? No, never agrees with me? Girl, bye.
Damn, that would be a funny friendship though, because it's like when I say one,
I feel like that's
no.
the person that
No.
always gets their way. Is it just me or she doesn't agree with anybody?
You.
Is
That would be
maybe
funny
it's
if it's
just
just
me?
you. She agrees with the next. Yeah, you. I agree.
I'm
no,
like,
I don't
all
agree
right,
with
but
her.
you just
Imagine
like
you said
me.
the same exact
Right?
thing. I'm like, this guy's. She's like, yeah. This guy's be like, no.
Oh, all right. So you don't like
No,
me.
it's not.
You're not my bestie then. You just don't like me. Okay.
Never's crazy. I don't think I would talk to you. I couldn't talk to you.
Yeah.
I'd be like, yo, you think this picture's cute? Like, I'll ask you questions you need to expound on instead of yes or no. Like, man,
Like-
Yeah.
I couldn't.
All right, so she's the bestie, but she got mad at you because the guy she likes you. What happened? I feel like this is coming on that you did that to somebody or what? Did that happened to you, Jazz?
Who did that?
That's the face she made. I'm like,
Well, it happens.
she fighting them.
It happens.
It does happen.
That's
Nah,
literally
yeah.
not your fault though.
It sure isn't.
It's not though. That happened to me. That's why I brought it up.
It never is.
It's
I
not
had
my,
this.
And then they always want to get mad at the girl. Like, it's
Yeah,
my
she
fault
got
that I'm
mad at
cute.
it's not my feelings. It's not my feelings.
I was like, girl, I didn't put a gun to his head. I didn't say like me.
That's-
Like me. Break
Yeah.
your number. Break yourself. I didn't do that. Like he
was
just
not
like
looking for your man, boo. I
It's just the
promise.
vibes. You feel me?
You know, our vibes strictly.
Nah.
Good vibes only.
Oh, shit.
Ah.
Yeah, because I don't need to be arguing about that.
Definitely not. If we gonna argue about that all the time, then I just cannot.
Yeah.
You ain't no bestie.
You can argue with yourself. In the comments.
Okay.
Was that
Okay.
everybody's?
Mine. The
You have
last one.
Okay.
She's the bestie, but she had sex with your dad.
Come again? She had what?
Who you knew did that?
No.
Who you knew did that shit?
I was about
Because-
I was concerned. Like,
I'm just saying, there's people out there.
so she did one of those. Is your mama still with your daddy?
Yeah, like your parents are not together type of stuff, but she like met your dad.
No,
and, like,
she couldn't. I can't. Nope. She can't be. Absolutely not.
honestly,
I had an incident where I had a friend sleep with my brother,
yeah.
and that took me a couple weeks
get
to get
over it?
yeah, because the thing is I told her not to.
Yeah.
And she did it anyway. I think it's more so that aspect. If I never would have told her, I think it would have been a different
Oh,
story.
she probably
Right.
Yeah,
Because I
but
feel like when you tell somebody not to do it, they be like, I'm gonna do it.
yeah.
Also,
So,
okay, again.
but
Don't
I don't
like
think I
me.
could. I'd be like, no, so sorry. I'd probably have to exile both of y'all. Like,
Yeah,
I
I
feel
feel
like y'all
like,
weird.
Sorry, Dad.
yeah, she can't be
Sorry.
the bestie because that's gonna be weird.
That's definitely weird.
That's
I'm
weird.
not
You
calling
just
you my
fucked me,
stepmother.
Bobby.
and now every time you tell me like anonymous
Like,
sex stories,
Bobby.
it's possibly my dad.
Ew,
You know
my
when you
dad, like, that's
See?
weird.
Couldn't do it. Sorry.
The guy
Bye.
said some boppy too, like
No,
ew.
Nah.
Cause that's how we greet like our dads, like
Papi.
See, Dominican would be like some
No,
papi,
thank
you know,
you.
and that's a sign of respect. Like,
Oh.
No.
yeah. So I'm like,
And
ugh.
Poppy
No,
in
thank
American
you.
is just not.
No, not like that.
was-
Not
it
like
was-
that.
it's
I'm not on
definitely-
no Diddy stuff.
Yeah,
like,
it's
that's
definitely-
weird. That's how we do in the culture. That's what we say to greet our dads. We be like, some papi. Like, that's our sign of respect.
Oh,
like,
no.
hi. And they be like, God bless you.
Aw,
You know what I'm saying?
that's cute. I could never call my dad. I'm dead.
It's because that's what we say.
All right, wait, that was everybody's?
That
Yeah.
was everybody.
All right. Take it away, my bell.
All right, what's up, y'all? So you just entered the group chat on another episode. I don't know.
Feeling very genie.
But
in the
anyway, but make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you hit that bell notification so you know whenever we get a new episode. And just remember, whatever we say in the group chat stays in the group chat.
Period.
Period. And you can comment how you want, but we gonna always say how we feel. Okay.
Okay.
In addition to
2 snaps.
combination.
Oh yes. So this episode is gonna be kind of special, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we decided to talk a little bit about men's mental health since we are in
Men's
mental health
mental
awareness month, you know, and it's pretty serious. There's probably a lot of stigma around it. I feel like men don't feel as comfortable talking. But as somebody who's raising a son, I want him to be comfortable talking about how he feels and
Love
his emotions
that.
because I see it. Low key, no, don't do that. But low key, like I see, like he gets mad, like if he doesn't get his way, whatever, and he don't want to talk about it. But I like, you gotta talk, bro. Like, I can't help you if you don't speak. So we be having to work that.
How, is it like difficult? Like, does he? How do I say this? Does he just not know how to communicate yet, and so he's like still figuring it out, or is it more so just it's just hard for him? Period.
I think he likes to do everything on his own time. So at first he'd just be mad.
Oh.
And then after a little while, like, and so I realized, like, you know, you really cannot just, like, brush their feelings off and be like,
Yeah.
get over it, it's not that serious, whatever. Like, you gotta kind of give them their space. Like, I realized I just gotta let them be. And then I'll be like, what's up?
But
Like,
I like that.
why
Like,
are
you
you
give them
upset?
space.
yeah, like,
Yeah.
I don't try to do too much in the beginning. Like, because now you mad and I can't really rationalize with you because you mad. So I let him have his moment, whatever. As long as, like, we just had to come to, because he's very stubborn. And he'll, like, I'll be like, bro, you can't, like, you gotta be safe. You gotta be safe at the same time. So we have that moment or whatever. And then I'll be like, okay, like, what's up? Like, why were you upset? Were you mad? Like, did I hurt your feelings? What happened? Like, whatever. And then he'll tell you what it was. But it takes him a minute. So there's that.
But I like that.
That's
Though,
so
you letting
cute.
him express himself.
Yeah, because
I
my
tried.
mom,
Yeah.
she was the type that she was like, if you don't tell me now, don't tell me later. Like, she was like that kind. She's like, I'm asking you one more time.
Oh,
If you
God.
don't say nothing, it won't be nothing.
Yeah.
And don't bring it up later. Like, that's kind of what it
That's how
what it was in my
Yeah,
household. So
I've been there.
I can imagine, especially with the social standards of both like the men and females. I can see how if the same thing was implemented with a man over and over, and then he steps into society and it like reinforces it, how it could be difficult to kind of reach out or like do
Of
things like that
course.
versus like as women we're kind of taught to be like, express how you feel. We're
be,
so
like, more
emotional.
gentle,
all this
yeah.
stuff. So it's easier, even if we were raised in that circumstance like I was. All the women in like the society. So like even if I was raised in an environment where I was like, oh, push your feelings down, I then step out and I have that community.
Yeah.
Versus for men, I feel like it's a
They don't
whole
have that
different
yet.
ballgame.
It's
For
more
sure.
like men don't cry, men don't show
Yeah.
emotions, men don't have feelings, and it's like, why can't they just express themselves? Then they grow up thinking that if they do have like, they're going through a hard patch in their life, they can't get assistance, they can't get like mental help.
That's been
Yeah.
even with some of the men that I've dated, even though they were a bit crazy. That's a common through line that I've seen, where it's just like they don't. I don't know if they don't want to depend on them, like on the women or something of that nature. But it's been hard for me to like get if they're feeling some type of way and I see it and I know it and I'm like, talk to me. They're like, no, I'm good, I'm fine. Like they don't want to. So I feel like.
Yeah.
And there's been also a lot of instances where they'll express to me like, oh, some girl used it against me and stuff like that. And so imagine experiencing that and then having society being like, you can't say nothing, don't
Talk
do
about
nothing,
it,
like
period. Yeah.
That would,
get beat
that
down as much as you
sucks,
can, don't say anything like that.
Because then you
like,
have to keep all of those feelings inside. And that takes a toll on you. Like,
I can only imagine.
That's why personally I think men die sooner than women.
Oh, because they're holding all that stress
because
in.
they have all that, yeah.
Oh,
And, you know, it
yeah.
can create all this kind of
That's
stress
true, with
links
the
to a lot of
body
stuff.
It does.
Yeah.
It leads to disease. It can definitely hurt you mentally, physically, and your health. So.
But I seen that even with like little kids and dads, they be like, oh, if he falls, don't let him cry.
Oh my
like, don't let him
gosh.
cry, like, or whatever. Like,
That was such
Yo.
a
he's a
thing.
man, like.
For like, I don't like to get in between my son and his father. I really don't. I like to let him do his own thing. But I am very big on like. At the same time, like, you got to teach him how to like handle his emotions from a man's perspective. Like, he can't just be me because again, like, I'm his mother, but I'm not a man. But sometimes I just feel like he's a little harsh on him. Like, but men are different. Like, the way they communicate with each other, I think it's a little harsh
It's like
sometimes.
a little bit harsh. Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
like that either.
so
When
I
I see that, yeah.
I feel like it's like good and bad in a way, because sometimes it really is just banter. Like, it's really just how
They talk.
Because I have two brothers, I have an older brother and a younger brother. Sometimes they roast each other, and I'd be thinking, if somebody said that shit to me, I'd be crying right now.
Be beefing, we be
I'll be
fighting.
like, I'm shedding tears in the corner, but then like, nigga,
Yeah.
like, so
2
I
seconds
think
later they fine.
yeah, I think there's definitely a threshold, and I think sometimes there are times where I think men, when it comes to friends and like their feelings, are a bit rough.
Yeah.
But that's just my view and what I've experienced, at least for my brothers, anyway.
Okay. How do you think that you in a relationship would make a man feel comfortable expressing emotions with you? Like, what do you think you could do?
To be honest, none of them worked, so I have no
What do you mean? You tried ways and it didn't work?
Yes.
Like, what? To get him to like express his feelings.
Yeah, because I feel like
They just refused, so I'm like, okay, I
Like,
can't force you to put a gun to your head and be like, nigga, tell me.
The way women communicate, it's like we kind of just like, I just need to see my best friend and we just start talking. Like,
Yeah.
we just pour
let
it all
out,
out.
yeah.
But I think for women, we think that's how men can also communicate, but I think it's different for them. But I'm like,
I had to learn that for sure.
But I
Yeah.
feel like it's also making them feel comfortable, and like when they're in that space with you, like you can be open and comfortable and tell me about how you feel, and I'm not gonna take it like, oh my god, you're not a man, like, bro, it's okay
Yeah.
to cry. Like,
I've heard a lot
Like,
of
yeah,
comments like that too.
It's okay.
yeah.
Because I feel like that's how I am with my boyfriend. Like, we have that, we're comfortable. Like, I allow him to show his emotions and his feelings. It's okay. I'm not gonna judge you and say like you're not a man. Like,
I think that's the weirdest shit ever.
I think
that's-
it's, I agree. I think it's very strange for women to say that they say men don't talk or don't share things, but I also feel like then in the same regard, like, do you
They
feel
don't make
like
a space
yeah,
for-
like, have you created that space for him? Because I think again, men are not as vulnerable or as trusting with their emotions. So it's like if you,
yeah, because they go through instances like that where society puts them down when they do express.
There have been some instances with me, like, speaking what you were saying, like, what have I done, or what have I done in that sense. When I see it's difficult, I'm like, you can just tell me what it is. Like, you just like take your time.
Yeah.
You don't have to, if you don't know how to say it in a way, or you think I'm gonna snap at you because this, that. I was like, no, like, literally just communicate how you feel, and then we can kind of cipher through that later. So I know that's taken a lot of work on my end because I wasn't always that way. I was like, what do you mean? Like, I was definitely that person, like, what do you mean? I didn't. I was doing blah, blah,
Get a
blah,
little
and I would
defensive.
and I would list off all these things, and then when I realized, once it was done to me in the reverse, I'm like,
Oh, then
you know what I
got to
mean? Yeah, I was
see,
like, okay, I see. So now,
Okay.
in instances where I see it's a bit difficult or hard, or I know, especially when I know the person's past, and I know that it hasn't always been healthy for them to express their feelings or feel safe to do that, it's going to be difficult for him to trust me with those things.
right.
So he can trust me with a lot of other things, but if he doesn't trust me with that, it's like there's always going to be a separation between us, right?
Yeah.
So I try to at least make him as comfortable as possible. Be like, hey, I know it's difficult, or I know what you think you're going to say is going to like hurt my feelings, but we're in this instant to talk. Like, we're going to be together. We're going to talk. So like, I try to like take my time.
Sorry.
Yeah,
I
what's
didn't
up?
know.
No, what's up?
I wanted to say, like, I think men really don't believe that we can handle like the hard stuff. Like you said, like they don't want to tell you the truth. I really think y'all don't. I think you think that we are very fragile creatures and that we just cannot handle the rough
Or we're
bridges.
like
It'll
giant,
break us
or
down.
we're like King
Like, we're too
Kong.
emotional.
Yeah,
We're like,
and I think
Rip the shirt off.
like everyone's entitled to have like their emotion and their reaction to certain situations, but that doesn't mean that they can't then be made into reasonable and cognitive thoughts. And that, you know, like you a little frustrated because that's not what you wanted to hear, right? Like maybe he's telling you, oh, listen, you work too much and da-da-da. Like you don't want to hear that.
And you want to be like, bitch, what
Yeah,
you mean?
like,
I put the money.
you don't want to hear that. You don't have to get rowdy. You don't have to get disrespectful, but you might have like a big emotion like, damn. But as long as you can be like, you know what? It's
He's
not really
expressing
about
himself.
me.
Yeah.
It's about how this is making him feel. So then we have to talk. But like you don't have to hold back because sometimes she gets a little passionate. That's all I'm saying. Like, or that she gets a little, or that.
Yeah, she gets a little.
A little passionate.
A little passionate, or
she turns into
you-
Godzilla.
not always Godzilla,
Yeah.
but or on the reverse, you don't have to think that it's going to like hurt her feelings so badly. Like I think we can handle. That's the whole point of being in a relationship, especially with somebody that you care about and you value and you want to build with. Is like everything is not going to be something that I like, but we have to be able to navigate it together in a
compromise
in a healthy way.
Be able to like, what's the word?
Work through?
Yeah, work through
Come
it.
together?
Yeah.
I was like, were those the
Right,
words?
like-
There were
Yeah,
those words
yeah.
in your...
Got the chat. My English.
I think that's really one of the main parts of a relationship. It's like being able to work through things. Like
and connect with each other.
yeah.
For sure.
Like there's like a relationship can be very surface level if you let it.
Oh, yeah.
So like being able to like really work like through things, that's why you got to talk, have to communicate. But yeah, I think when it comes to men's mental health, I always want to, I don't want to feel like I'm ever putting a man in a negative space without, I don't want to say cause, because that's kind of the wrong thing. Like, if I feel like if a man is being like aggressive towards me, then I got to put you in your place, and however that needs to be. But I don't want to go out of my way to, I don't want to ruin anybody's day, but especially men, I feel like, because their egos can be a little fragile.
A little bit.
Just a little bit. Let's be honest.
Just a smidge.
Just a smidge.
Just a tiny bit.
So it's like with that regard, like I try not to do those types of things.
I even think in certain instances, men receive a lot of that care only in relationships and not outside of the relationships. Like if you think about it from like day-to-day life when it comes to
That's true though, yeah.
like even like sometimes even in the friendships like we were speaking about earlier, like the soft, taken care of, all this other kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That I can see also like, how do I say? They often like maybe put up with something a little too long, like similar to how women like, oh, I love him and I want to stay. I think similar to men too. It's like I'm only getting this comfort whenever I'm in a relationship, so maybe it's like harder to leave. And I think even often we want to talk about abuse with women because yes, it still happens, but we don't talk about like the emotional abuse that sometimes men endure staying in relationships longer than they should,
Right.
Because they feel as though they can only get it when they're in the relationship.
I'm glad you
So
brought
I
that
think-
up, yeah, because usually people think it's the other way around. Usually, like that men don't go through
But
that.
women can be emotionally
Yes, they
abusive,
can.
and
Yes, they can.
it's scary because I've seen it from the outside before,
Yeah.
and it's like I tried to explain to like my friend at the time, like, yo, honestly, like you can't have that around, like you really can, like I'm a woman in this scenario, and I know sometimes in certain cases when women want to keep certain men around, they put themselves in this help me sort of state.
A victim.
Yeah, so they constantly play this role of like, help, I need help,
need
can you
you.
do this, can you do that?
Yes.
And it's just like, yo, and I remember telling her, I was like, yo, she's only doing that just to keep you around to see if she still has access to you. And it's like, you can't be feeding
do
into that.
Nope.
But connecting that to before, if you only feel that when you're in a relationship.
Yes. Yes.
You're
Somebody
probably more
needs
inclined
you.
to
Okay.
yeah to be in that scenario longer than you should.
And those are the type of things that I think people need to explore as well, like in their feelings.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you got to step out of a situation and be like, why am I tolerating this? Why am I allowing this to happen?
For sure.
So, I know, like with mental health, it's
And females friends don't open up to comfort sometimes.
men's, Female friends.
Female friends.
I think that's hard sometimes, if I'm honest. Like
to open up to your male friends.
Yeah.
No, like
to like open up to your.
I feel like sometimes like opening up to somebody on certain levels is very personal, right? And if that's not somebody that you're romantically connected to, you don't want to necessarily cross that. Like, you don't want it to be too intimate. You know what I mean? Like, I don't.
But I feel like if y'all best friends,
I've never had a male best friend.
I feel like y'all should be able to like be comfortable and let him have his emotions and let him have. If he needs to cry, let him cry.
Oh, most definitely.
You know?
I think
It doesn't always need to just be in a relationship.
I think sometimes it gets
Confusing.
yes. It gets confusing because I guess not where do you draw the line, but like essentially where like the boundaries. Like yes, definitely like open up to me because I would want also open up to someone else because sometimes when you pair with the same sex all the time, sometimes your vision can be a bit
Blurry.
yeah, versus like once you get it from the other side or the perspective for things, you're like,
Right.
okay, like I understand or I get that concept
see a
or you
different
see
side.
a different
Yeah.
side. I think even in instances with me and my male friends, it gets a little tricky because like I'm not ugly, you know what I mean?
Right.
It gets a little tricky, so I have to be aware of that, and that's where I would want to be present, but I feel like sometimes I keep saying the same thing. When they only feel comfort in the relationship, I feel like sometimes it morphs into like them wanting to be in a relationship
with you.
with you.
Right. when
Because
that's not what's
you're
intended.
giving because you're giving that.
Yes.
But I do think it is definitely still important to have that space for your male friends that you are that close with.
Yes.
Now, if you have male friends that they're just around and about, but like if you have that bond with that
You
male
should
friend
be
like
able
that,
to let
you
them
should be able
express,
to
yeah.
do that, and then you should be able to do that. I
And
think
on that
100%.
note, for men, it's okay to ask for help. It's okay.
It
Absolutely.
sure is.
Look for counseling, whatever you need. It's okay.
That's
okay.
That's the Fendi. And
Love you, baby.
and if she says like genuinely like tell me it's not that big of a deal, obviously you're gonna have to calculate her history and stuff.
Yeah.
And make a
Okay.
smart decision.
Yeah.
But it's open up. It's okay. It's actually fine.
You really can't have a genuine relationship if you're not willing to trust the other person and be honest. So.
Facts.
Yeah. And on that note, we're moving on to a D&D. Bringing it back.
Here we go.
Play not flipping the reverse.
I don't know.
Join the
Like, you know that song? La gasolina. All right. D&D bone. It could be random. It's going to be random topic. It will be fun, boring.
Whack.
We shall
Dead.
see.
Hit the snooze. All right.
Yeah.
And I'm going to pass it to you, lovely lady.
Yeah, Jazmyn.
Like those people with the lottery.
Let me see. What's the lucky number? Ooh, another blue.
Blue. It's a boy.
Oh, wow.
Da, 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 da.
Sex on the first date. See or no?
Oh. Oh.
You gotta go first. You open it.
Yeah.
Fine.
I think that should be a new rule.
Exactly. Okay, fine. I'll start. We'll go with that rule. If you open it, you speak first. Fine.
Damn, it's that many. You gotta think about it. Like, wait.
No, I'm trying to, because I'm not opposed to it, but I generally think it's just where you are at, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Like if,
Like on
because
okay.
we're always like, oh, don't give it up on the first day. Don't give it up on the first day. He's not going to respect you. Things like that. And that's true in certain cases, but then there's also cases where it's not. So
Right.
part of me is like,
Where
I don't
you just
know.
have that connection, right?
Yeah, so it's like, I don't know if there's like a yes or no. I think it just depends on where you stand morally.
Okay.
I don't think there's anything wrong with having sex on the first date.
Or what you want
just
out of
have
it.
to be, right. You just have to be
Yeah.
aware
Yeah,
that.
I agree. Depends what you want out of it.
Mhm.
Like with
I
the
think-
person that you just met or whatever.
I think you just have to, if you're going to, I don't want to say like take the risk, but if you're going to choose yes, you also have to be mentally prepared for it like to be nothing. If that makes
Yeah.
sense. For it to be the
Yeah.
opposite
For him to
end.
be like, nah.
Yeah.
I'm good
rather
on you
than-
showing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I say yes. I say go for it, but just be prepared that there's also a
There's-
negative side to doing that. And if you're cool with that, if you in going in there, and you're like this nigga may not just may not talk to me after this.
Have
That's
you guys
cool.
ever done it?
Then you cool.
Yes.
First
Yeah.
date.
It was just feeling right. So what made you like go that far? Like it was just feeling right, and you were like,
Were you
I
ovulating?
really messed with you. Were you ovulating?
Were you ovulating?
That's a great question.
Because ovulation will do it to you. Before you fuck him, check your cycle. It may be your
Go on the
hormones.
app and see where you at.
Facts.
So it was just like a build up, honestly. Like there's somebody that I've been talking to, but we have been talking long distance, and it's like when I finally did see him, it was like,
So you had some rapport beforehand.
So
Yeah.
before, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it wasn't like you just met him type of thing. Yeah.
no.
Okay.
Well, no.
Have you been in a scenario? He's like, "Ooh, girl, you look good. Let me take you out tomorrow night, Monday." You're like, "Sure." You guys go on a dinner date. He's like, "I'm gonna take you home," and then you're like, "Come in the house," like the movies.
I have had one of those too,
Ooh.
and then it was and
Oh.
yeah, So I'm kind of
but
glad,
like,
I guess,
hey,
in that
girl,
regard,
let me
because it was
and
like,
then you're like, ooh.
Let me-
and
me
it's like
bite
you
your
talk
back.
all that.
Like, chill
So
back.
at this point now, I think I've kind of got the discernment that like I have to have like more of an emotional connection to somebody.
I feel you.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you
feel
had those? Like,
No,
Just met somebody?
no.
no.
It's always been with someone I've known for a long period of
Me
time.
too. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever just met someone and was like,
And just like,
Yeah,
let's go
yeah.
to
Do
your house.
it.
Your house of mine.
like, yeah, nigga, like, what's up? I'm
Yeah.
trying to slide that on you. Like, that's not what I like.
Definitely not
Try
going to your
put the
house. I'll say
ass
that.
on you.
Oh, you wouldn't go to his?
No, that's weird
Like,
to me.
if I like your credit card.
It's just slip.
What are we talking about?
Like Gary the Snail, just
What are we talking about?
the wop.
Okay.
The wop sliding
I don't even know why I
like
asked.
a credit card on his face.
Rock the boat.
We're in the middle.
I get him crying.
That is funny.
Oh, it's hot in here. Yeah, it's hot in here. Woo.
But yeah, I've never had an instant where I just met someone and then I all of a sudden just
Like, went for it.
yeah, it's been over a period of time. Like I've known them for a while.
It's too much of a gamble.
I get scared.
And there's a lot of diseases out here.
That too.
Hello.
And you know what's weird
What?
is a lot of men are not like automatically using protection. I've heard.
Yes.
Like it's like a thing
Now
to
that's
be.
true, yeah.
I'm
That's
trying to put that
true.
disclaimer
That's
in
true.
there. I'm sorry, I did.
That's true.
But-
I had heard a lot of
And I was
stories.
like, that's so
You have to,
just
like,
over
ask-
it.
I'm drunk.
Like, you have
so
to
I
ask
just
now.
slip
Like,
it
do you
without
have
protection,
protection?
Yeah, I have to ask you like, yo.
And then you
Like,
like,
girl.
oh nah, what? You didn't? You showed up here?
Yeah.
Well,
That's
pretty
I can
scary.
never, I've
You a demon and stay away.
I had a few friends and instances where I was like, oh, you like, I was like, oh, like you know him and this type of, no. It's like, so we just gonna. It was mainly like college
Russian
years
roulette.
though. It was like college years, so you know you had that one white girlfriend. That's just God bless her. Like it's
Okay.
like
God bless.
you're like, okay, are we gonna? Is this Jerry from yesterday or is this
Okay,
Jerome
girl.
from today? Like who are we talking about right now? Like they definitely have.
Live your best life, I guess.
So listen,
It's never that serious.
sex on the first date is not it.
All right.
All right,
This
y'all.
has been a great episode. We love it. Finishing with a little bang.
A little spice, no ice. You feel me?
No ice.
All right,
Straight
y'all.
raw.
So if y'all want new topics, make sure you leave us a comment. Until then, I'm Abed.
I'm Jazmyn Gray.
What
All
happened?
right, Justine.
I'll tell you when this comes out.
Oh,
And we're out.
what happened?
Yeah, bye.